Alan Piper, Director Sportif for HTC. Now, mixed fortune so far at the start of the season with the Tour Down Under. You got Matt Goss flying and leading the race, but of course Mark Cavendish, the world's fastest man, has had a really nasty tumble. Tell us about both those guys and how they're going to go.
Well, I think, Matt Goss has had a little bit of bad luck the last couple of days. Took the jersey with the stage win on the first day. Second day he crashed in the final, so he didn't lose time but couldn't get up there for the sprint because of his positioning. And yesterday had a puncture in the final, cost him a lot of energy coming back. Wonder by wonder, he finished third in the stage, recaptured the jersey, and that's a great position for the team because, goes into today's race with confidence, although we've got the weight all on our shoulders again. But, Matt's in the form of his life, and, he's got a great chance next couple of days to pull it off. Mark Cavendish, on the other hand, took a big crash the other day. Was a bit worried about him after he did crash because I thought he was quite dazed and I was a bit worried he might pass out, but seems like he was okay and got to the finish yesterday, and that was the main thing. We need him on board today. I told him before the start we want to see that Tour de France fighting face over the first couple of climbs, and then he's got his work cut out for him until the finish.
Well, the winter in Europe has been very cold and a lot of snow this year, so has that affected Mark's form? Did he go away to train, or do you have to stay at home a bit?
No, Mark Cavendish was with Bernie Eisel in California from the start of December until we started our training camp on the 16th of December, and so we stayed there until about the 22nd of December and just went home for Christmas. So he's had a good block of training, and it's been a good base for him for the start of the season. I think coming here, doing the Tour Down Under, he goes to the Tour of Qatar and then back to Europe for Tirreno. He'll be ready for San Remo and his first big goal of the season.
Well, you lost Andre Greipel, big sprinter last year. You changed teams, but Matt Goss is now stepping up, and of course Lee Howard is the next one waiting in the wings. Still looking very good and a lot of depth there of the sprinters.
Yes, but you can never rest on your laurels, and I've seen that with other teams. They get into a comfort zone with their sprinter or leader and they leave and they're left with an empty basket. So the big thing with us, and what we've really tried to do is bring young riders in and develop them. And our scouting protege has been protocol has been quite good the last couple of years, constantly bringing in new talent to fill up a void left by riders who hit their straps, want to earn a lot of money and go to other teams.
Well, good luck the last couple of days here. Matt Goss is looking pretty good, and I've got my money on him for the win.
Thank you very much.
Danny Pate, a little bit of pressure on your shoulders now with Matt Goss riding so well. So you've got a worker's role to do throughout today's stage and, of course, the next couple of days of the Tour Down Under. Are you guys confident you can take Matt all the way to the finish?
Yeah, Matt's riding really great. There's a little pressure on us to be able to deliver for him, but it makes it that much easier when you see how well he's riding, and gives us the confidence in him. And Hayden Roulston's riding really, really well right now, so we're not really... the hard stage is the longest stage, and the sprinters need to make it over that, if you will, and we're confident that Matt can make it.
Look, everybody likes to get the first race or the first tour of the season out of the way. Is it a bit different when you're coming here with guys that can win the race, so you don't get to just sit in and cruise along and get some racing kilometres? You actually get on the front and do all the hard work.
Yeah, it is the harder bit of the work, perhaps, but it's all well worth it when you have guys that are able to win.
What about the team? This is new for you. As I said, it's the first race of the season, and of course the first race for you for HTC-Highroad. How is it compared to the teams where you had been before?
It's great. I love the organization. The people that are involved in the team seem to be fitting in really well, and the guys are just great to work with.
1 year or 2 year contract?
2 years.
So you can say whatever you want right now because you're guaranteed for next year anyway.
You can look at it that way, I guess.
All right, look, tough job the next couple of days on the front, chasing down breakaways and doing the lead out, but good luck. I'm sure you're up to the challenge.
All right, thank you.
Mark Cavendish, not the ideal start to the season. Got a bit of road rash there and a big nasty bang to the head. How are you feeling?
I'm all right, Bike racing, isn't it? So it's a bit banged up, but hopefully that's the big crashes out of the way for the season.
Well, sprinters are known for the rough and tumble of bunch sprints. I guess this is just get this first one out of the way and move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing about bike racing. You get on, you ride your bike, and you see what's wrong later. And it's not just one day. We have to get through. So.
Well, where does this, with a couple of days left to go in the Tour Down Under, where does this put you now? How are you feeling? How are the legs? And how has the crash actually affected you?
You know, I'd like to do a bit more. Obviously, the team's in the ochre jersey, so I'd like to try and help, but I'm just trying to get through. You know, I need the kilometres, and I'm looking further down the road. I didn't need to be in the best form here anyway. It just would have been nice to win something for the fans and that. But you know, we're doing incredible as a team anyway. You know, and Gossi's got the jersey, and hopefully he can win some more stages here. So.
It's a pretty fantastic situation for the team to be in. If the world's fastest man's not up there winning the sprint, you've got someone else that'll back you up in Matt Goss.
Oh, absolutely, you know, that's what's so great about it. We can change and to every adapt to every situation, and that's a great position to be in. You know, obviously it shows us we're not a one-trick pony with the team. We can do many things, and that's promising. So.
What about after the Tour Down Under? What's the next step for you?
I go home to Manchester. I'm going to go on the track a bit to get my cadence up, and then I'm off to Qatar.
Now, finally for you, Mark, the fans out there want to know, I guess, what you think of the new kit. And I've spoken to one of the other riders in the team. He prefers the reverse with the black on the colours on the black. What do you think about that new kit?
Yeah, I prefer the black one, to be honest. But I think after them abs and all that, I think anything was going to be better. You know, I thought that was disgusting. I really like the kit. I think it could be better, in my opinion. A lot of the things I said about took it on board, but you know, we're an American team. The Americans go over the top a little bit and have to add things where there's spaces, you know, instead of having plain things, you know. So I'd have it a bit more plain, but I like it. You know, it's good to see the guys who look good in it, and I'm happy to wear it. So.
Well, after those comments, how long's your contract for with the team?
It's up this season.
Good luck with that.
Cheers, man.
Matt Goss, sensational start to the year so far. New Year's resolution to just go out and win bike races, or what?
Yeah, well, it seems that way. It's been working, feeling really good, feeling confident, and you know, it has been a great start, and I'd really love to finish off well here. We've got 2 more days that are hard, so you know, we'll see how that goes.
What was the plan at the end of 2010? Coming into Christmas, you had the Jaco Bay Classic, then the National Road Championships before here. What was the mindset going back to November, December to prepare to this?
Yeah, well, last year, you know, I had goals to do well in the Classics, and I had good form there, but I think my better form didn't come until the Giro. So this year I've really tried to move everything forward 3 or 4 weeks, and really started training earlier in November, where usually I don't start till later in November, and put a lot more emphasis on the pre-season and the training I've done there. So I think it's really starting to show now, and hopefully I can carry this through till the Classics and then have a break after there.
Well, it's great for the Aussie fans, the fact that you have brought the form forward a few weeks so that everybody can see exactly how good you are. You were a great team pursuiter back in the day on the track program, and a couple of years where I guess we're trying to find your form and where you really sit in Europe. You really hit your peak now, but it's great, as I said, for the Aussie fans to see how well you are and how good you are. Yeah,
it's great. It's great for me. It's great to be able to get good results here in front of everyone in Australia. It's you don't get many chances to race in Australia in front of friends and family, and you know, just a home crowd. So it's nice to do that, and it's nice to get some wins and some good results to start the season.
Now, what about Cav? Has he had a little quiet word to you, just telling you to slow down once he gets his feet going?
No, he's doing good. He's he had a bad crash a couple of days ago, but he's trucking along, and he's recovering okay. So we'll see a bit more of him before the end of the race, I'm sure.
Now, I know that he's actually going to play a bit more of a support role today and do what he can to help you in the early stages of the race. What about towards the end? Will we see him do a lead out for you?
Yeah, we'll have to see how he feels at the end of the race and how he's recovering from yesterday and from the crash. But he's certainly going to be there to support me, which is a great thing. He's got so much experience, and we'll see what happens at the end of the race as to whether he does the lead out or whether he's behind me or what happens. I don't know at the moment.
So the plan now, I guess, after this race is then the Classics, or are you still thinking about the Tour de France or the Giro where you won a stage last year?
Yeah, certainly. Well, the goal is for the Classics first of all, and then my program's structured towards the Tour de France. But I don't know who's going to the Tour, to be honest. There's probably 12 guys going for 9 spots, so we don't really know until just before, and that's going to be a decision that gets made, around the Dauphiné or somewhere like that.
Right, well, one step at a time. Got a couple of days still to go here, and of course the Wollonga stage. You've got to get over that hill a couple of times. I think you've got the form to do it, so good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Well, stage 4 of the Tour Down Under is over, and unfortunately for Matt Goss, you've gone from first back to second place overall now. Not so much a performance problem, but it was, I guess, a bit of a tactical error.
Yeah, I've gone from first to second. That's the second time this week that's happened, but I managed to claw my way back to yesterday, so hopefully we can do that again today or tomorrow. Sorry, and it was a bit of a tactical error. It wasn't just our fault. I don't think we didn't really use enough firepower from us and all the other teams to bring the break back. There was a lot of power in that breakaway and a lot of downhill before the finish. So unfortunately we didn't get him.
Well, Cameron Meyer is the Australian time trial champion. He's won that the last 2 years. So when he was up there towards the end there, he can smell the finish line. It was going to always be very hard to bring him back.
Yeah, certainly. It was always going to be very difficult because there was 2 teams there which both had 2 guys in there. So they're always going to be working hard for each other and sacrificing. So we had a big task on our hands, and unfortunately we didn't pull them back. But luckily they're close enough that we can still have a crack in the next couple of days and try and get the Oka jersey back.
Well, the next one is the Queen Stage that goes over the Wollonga Hill twice. You can climb. You've been proving that. You were second in the national championships only 2 weeks ago on a very, very difficult course. What do you think you can do? Yeah,
I think I can get around Wollonga. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to be a little bit tired after the last few days, but yesterday took quite a bit out of me, and today was not too bad. But it's still, it's the 5th day now, and or will be. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but hopefully I can get round. And if I'm around there, then there's certainly a good chance I can pick up some bonus seconds on the line.
Well, good luck for the rest of the tour.
Thanks, mate.